Oh, we nearly went round twice then. Goodness me. We're going to have to set up a 10-minute intro, I think. Ha! Oh, goodness me. Where are we? Happy Friday, everyone. How's it going? How has everyone's week been? I think I'm going to use the iPad today. If I can remember how to set this little beauty up. Do I have a spare port? Yes, I do. Is it going to work? I don't know. Let's give it a go. Right. Yeah, I think maybe like a 10-minute, half an hour intro. Half an hour intro will be good. Right, iPad. I've not got this set up at the minute since I wiped my computer, but I think it was pretty straightforward last time. So, if we go add source, add a... Oh, bugger, what is it? Display capture? Let's try that. iPad. No, it's not coming up. How did I get the iPad on here? Let's try again. I'm using OBS. If anyone's got any tips on getting an iPad connected. Oh, this could be it. Ah, there we go. We have an iPad. What if I rotate it? Oh, it does. Yeah, okay. We'll do, what is it? Screen lock. So we'll lock the rotation. We don't want any of that flying around all over the place. Yeah. Well, hopefully you can see that. Let's make it bigger. Ring the gong. I don't even know where the gong is. Oh, it's down here. Hang on. Oh shit! I've knocked it over. Right, we'll leave that alone. Goodness me. Can you see the iPad screen? Just to double, triple check. Yeah, this is kind of handy actually. I'll just stick it over the macOS screen. Andrea's joined the club. Thank you, Andrea. Hey, Charles. Mr. Adan. Hello. Eating rice cakes. Oh, dear me. Okay, well, I'm going to assume that the iPad is on screen and everyone can see it. Oh, yeah, it's been a busy old week. It's been a busy old week. I've kind of fallen behind with all the live streams that sit on the channel, and I've got to then copy them over to the other channel and re-upload them, and then the thumbnails and titles don't match, and it's just, honestly, it's a bloody... Oh, it's giving me a headache. So I'm just trying to do that and 20,000 other things. So I think today we're going to do some logo design, and I'm just gonna chill a bit. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna do some fun stuff, get the iPad out and just sit here, sketch, have fun, hang out with you guys, chat, take the piss, whatever. And yeah, nothing too heavy. We're gonna get into some logos, and it's gonna be flipping epic. All right, let's close all this crap down that I don't need. Discord, minimize you. Yeah, this should be good enough. Right. Oh, we need some good music. I need some music. Dang, what is some good music? I know. Let's put some strings on. Love a bit of strings. Right, let's close all these tabs down. Right. I made it home in time. Excellent. Right. We need a brief, first of all. So, I'm going to use ChatGPT because I don't really want to... Honestly, I don't really want to think today. Thinking is too much effort sometimes. So, throw me ideas for a logo design brief. Keep them varied. Yada, yada, yada. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. I just want to sketch stuff. I just want to get into it. I've not heard the song about you and Andrea, but I heard the song about Kerry and his red shoes. Logo design, Andrea. Oh, hello, Nick. Feels like I haven't been here for ages. Happy I could be here now and hopefully not get called away. Yeah, anyone tries to call you away, tell them to sod off. Kinetics. Bark side. Fitness apparel. Ooh, kinetics. Solar energy. I kind of want something that has a really good, well, either a really cool, challenging, fun logo mark we can do, or something that can be a bit more type-led, which would be interesting and fun doing some custom lettering. But a coffee brand built for Midnight Fuel. That sounds familiar. I feel like we got served that up before, or something similar. Luxury cannabis brand, Verdant and Co. Excellent. AI music tool, Echo Forge, horror film studio, Black Lantern Films. Ooh. Any of these jumping out, or if anyone's got any other suggestions? Or this could be a real logo that you've seen that you don't like or you think is terrible. I have a logo that's giving me a hard time. Help. I mean, send it to hello@dansky.com. I might be able to pick it up and have a look at it. I make no promises, but if you want to send it there, we can have a gander. Nail clipper brand. Yeah, it does. Let's get a bit more variety, more niche. Ugh. Or we could take a YouTuber, someone else, and redo their logo. I don't know. Or we could just do 15-minute logos again. I don't know. Actually, there's a bit more pressure on me. It goes against the whole let's keep it chill, doesn't it? Thunder Roll. Forge and Fable. Oh, no. All right. Hope you feel better, Andrea. Catch ye later. That is a good point. Press and dagger. A professional goblin wrangler. Dark Leaf Society. Gothic tea subscription box. Victorian occult and elegant. Oh my goodness, that sounds interesting. Tiny house architecture firm. Tiny house. Tiny house. That could be Pocket Dwell. Pocket Dwell. So many X and X names. Sup, nerd? I love tiny houses. Yeah, is that actually the term, isn't it? A tiny house. It's like almost like a box, a little self-contained box house. Because I remember when I went to the Netherlands in 2020, I stayed in a tiny house, and it was quite literally that: a bunch of bunk beds, kitchen. It was just amazing. They just look cute from the outside as well, literally like a little mini house. Probably hence the name, right? Yeah, that would be quite a tiny house. Pocket Dwell. I'm not a massive fan of the name. They have different shapes. All right, let's. Can we get different brand names? That was in. Is it Stroe? Stroe. I did the Wim Hof weekend, the ice bath thing, and it was like a campsite around there, and everyone had their caravans, and there were like literally a couple of tiny houses, and I had the whole thing to myself. Compact and Co. Micronest. Moduhaus. I don't know how you say it, but I do like that. That does sound kind of cool. And we could do something pretty cool with the M. How would you say that? Moduhaus. How pronounce this? Moduhaus. Hauser. Das Hauser, yeah? That is actually house in German, isn't it? I think. Micro nest. The Ministry of Small Homes. I'm getting ideas for the M. I kind of want to do something with an M. I'm gonna go with Moduhaus. Moduhaus. Okay, right. Moduhaus. Write me a quick design brief. Oh, one of the best. Yeah, it depends. Sometimes with the project, you're stuck with letters that don't work. Like if you get like a V and an A, you got your V and your A, and they just fit together perfectly. They can be connected perfectly. But if you've got some other letters, like I don't know, like a T and an E, for example, it's tricky. It's trickier. Kind of luck of the draw a bit, really. Modern House is a modern architecture studio. Yeah, I'm feeling this. I see a lot of architecture-related logos on the backs of vans lately, and they're terrible, and it irritates me. So I'm gonna do something architecture-related. Small blah 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 blah. Efficient, right? Well, we should probably write this down. Target audience. I mean, I don't want to get too hung up on a brief, to be honest. I actually just want to just practice sketching and idea generation and just coming up with interesting ideas. So we will obviously keep the brief there. We'll have something that I just want to make something that looks cool today and just relax, enjoy it. Do you know, I think the strings I'm listening to is just too epic. It's like music like Conquer the World. I don't want to conquer the world today. I just want to relax. It's a Friday. Just let's all calm down. Let's listen to. I don't know. Oh, I'm going to listen to some Game of Thrones music. Flipping love the soundtrack. Me and Pops went and saw Game of Thrones music in concert several years ago in London, and it was just flipping phenomenal. It was so flipping good. Seeing Light of the Seven performed live by, is it Ramin Djawadi? Oh my goodness. What a... Oh. It was just insane, Moosh. It was so insane. Probably got the videos somewhere. Yeah. They're just some of those songs that I never ever get bored of. You've got all the Starks music, which is kind of sad, bleak, cellos. You've got the Lannister music and the Light of the Seven, and there's so many iconic soundtracks. Jenny of Old Stones. All right, let's take the Fitbit off. Oh, goodness me. Okay, right, so we'll keep the main premise in mind. It's a modern architecture studio specializing in modern space-efficient microhomes. Clever and beautiful. Good, because I want to try something clever. Precision engineering with warm, livable design. Okay, so I'm going to play around with some M's. MMM. Let's get... Procreate's had a nice little update recently. Also, does anyone got any inside information on what's happening with this Affinity thing? Like, I don't think you can buy the Affinity stuff anymore. And they're like, ooh, Creative Freedom's coming on the 30th of October. And everyone's either excited or nervous as to what the heck that actually means. Oh, I mean, Game of Thrones season 1 to 6 for me is the best TV I think I've ever watched in my entire life. I loved it when it was just like the politics of the world and everything. I flipping loved all that. The backstabbing and the deception and the gameplay. It was so good. And then season 7 was kind of the beginning of the end, really. There's some good episodes in season 7, but and then by season 8 it was just like predictable. It was like, okay. Yeah, I know. There were like... Oh, James Martin's involved in the Affinity secret. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Change it to a subscription, because I've heard a lot of people nervous about that. And I know James Martin, I think he left Adobe and went to Affinity and talked about it quite openly. So, I don't know. Subscriptions doesn't sound like creative freedom. And I would be, well, I don't know. Would I be surprised if a company did something that was bad for its customers? Probably not in this day and age, but but I don't know. It would be a big L if they were to go to subscriptions after they've started to build a name for themselves for being very, very pro-consumer. No, I don't think that would be a good idea. Yeah. Did you see the Night of the Seven Kingdoms trailer? Ooh, no, what's that? Is that like a new thing, or? Sample a freaking color. How do you sample a color? Wait, how did you do it before? I don't use Procreate very often. They would, yes. I mean, is it going to be announced on a live stream on the 30th? I wonder if they'll do AI. Sorry, not AI. Sorry, I read your comment, James, as I was thinking. I wonder if they'll do the announcement live. That'd be fun, a fun one to watch together. Depending on what day and time it is, of course. I think, yeah, I think if they were to do, I think if they did a subscription and you could buy it outright as well, and they still kind of keep that option in there. But then V2 wasn't that long ago, and so I'd be curious as to what they added. What are they going to add in V3? Oh, sorry. So you mean it's a spin-off set in the Game of Thrones world, but it's like a different... I've not seen that, no. Yeah. We're gonna have to speculate and theorize. Yes, lots of speculation. Anyway, as we chat and speculate, let's get some sketching done. Let's sketch some M's. So we're gonna try and do something cool, structural. When sketching this sort of stuff, it's very easy to draw blanks and just you can't think. You get creative block. Just do something. Just move your hand. You know, you never know what's going to happen. So I've got no idea what I'm going to do here. None of this is pre-planned. So we're gonna sketch. We could do some house. So we've got walls. We've got stairs. Could we do part of the M as the stairs going up? How would that look if we had literal stairs? Could we do an M and then a roof? Is there an M in there somewhere? Maybe. Structural. So we could do M. We could do something interesting like this. We've got the two pieces of the M that kind of come together. Match the angles for the roof. Creates a diamond. Also kind of creates like a sort of isometric style shape as well. So we could go with a cube, tiny house. It's the same sort of one I'm thinking of. Very boxy. And if you're new to logo design, don't expect to just kind of go in and bang out ideas. And if you can't think of anything, oh, I'm terrible. It's just like, it's like when you start anything. Sometimes you will be bad at something when you start, but that doesn't mean once you've put in some time and work and you've worked on yourself and leveled up in that you're going to still be bad, And don't compare to other people. It's the worst thing. I did it for years. It's the worst way. It's the fastest way to destroy your confidence is you compare yourself to other people who have been doing it for like decades, and it's just don't do it. Yeah, it could be. There's an M in here somewhere. There's an M in there somewhere. What about an isometric one? So hang on. Ooh, hang on. There we go. There's our tiny house. It does remind me of a logo I did a while ago, actually. That was like it was a food delivery service, and it was like an M, and it was boxed shape. Maybe. Quite like the stairs idea. I wonder if we've got like a weird M. Make the M go up a bit, like. So kind of almost like you got the walls, the interior walls, maybe. And this would be, I think, well, what is it? Moduhaus. So we could do M and H. So this would be more of this idea would be more of a letter mark. So just kind of like a stylized individual letter. A monogram would be two or more letters, usually a combination. So M and H. Does that work? Well, I could stack them. So we could, it's not really a tiny house anymore. Unless we squish it down. Oh yeah, this is nice. This is, I don't know, I'm just gonna, let me know if the audio is a bit quiet. I'm just moving it out of the way because my stylus is flying around. So we could squish everything and oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm such a flipping idiot. Sorry, I didn't turn the bloody iPad on, did I? We don't talk about this. Anyway, these are my little sketches. So you got stairs, letter M, box, things. It's been a while. It's been a while, hasn't it? So we could do something like this, a bit more structural. It could be kind of cool. Yeah, that could be quite nice. MH. Actually, no, we flip it around the other way. We go M on top, and then we do the H. That could be really cool, actually. Sorry. I mean, it could have been worse. It could have gone on for like half an hour. Mmm. This one does feel very modern. It feels very architectural, and it feels, yeah, like really contemporary as well. So what I typically do, I'm just kind of sketching with like a, you know, basic pencil. First of all, what I'll do is I'll brush lightly to put in the line work, and then when I want to refine it, then I'll just kind of go over, pressing a bit harder to give it a bit more clarity. I do like that idea. Yeah, it could be pretty tasty. I mean, actually, we probably should explore the M and the H as well. I don't know if, I mean, if you did a lowercase m and you did an H, that looks a bit weird. Like that, yeah, I'm just seeing a bum. And if we try and make it more M-like. I mean, we do have, we pretty much have an H there as well. This could be like a house. What if, instead of a traditional H, we did like a sloping roof? So that is our house. And then we got our H going up there as a chimney. So we got the M and the H. And we've got it set up to be a house. Could we do something with this part of the M to make it more like a door? I don't know. No, that's weird. Try an H inside the M. You think in uppercase? H inside an M. Okay, I got you. So what, like this? Oh yeah! Oh, I love that. Yes, that does fit the brief. So being very. What was it in the brief that I really liked about that? Modern architecture studio specializing in modular, space-efficient home, precision engineering, warm, livable design. Yeah, so it feels very structural. Oh, you're right, Moosh. M is a beautiful, a beautiful letter to work with, but the H as well is making it a lot better. Oh, I do like that. That is rather delicious. Let's see if we can take it a bit further and do something even weirder and wonderfuler. Wonderfuler? Go a bit wider. Add. Oh, I wonder if we could do the H like this. So the H. What about a curve? What about? Oh, what about a curve like that? And then we do a curve like this. And we could even have them press against each other. So just brushing lightly to get the sort of right shape in. And try not to overthink this sort of part of the process as well. You know, some of your ideas are going to look terrible. And, you know, a lot of the time, no one's going to see it anyway. So it doesn't really matter. But, you know, so what if people see it anyway? You know, it's just like, you know, everyone's seeing all this stuff. I think it's very easy to not want to put out the sketches and the rough stuff, and a lot of people think it has to be perfect and precise. It doesn't, you know. And you know, at the end of the day, if you're posting your sketches and your rough ideas, and you know, I don't know, if someone were to just laugh at you and laugh at your sketches and say, you know, oh, these sketches are rubbish, blah blah blah, basically just ignore them because they're an idiot. So, you know, you're kind of laughing at raw idea generation, which, in my opinion, is just moronic. Yeah, that's quite cool. Sort of structure there. So yeah, don't be discouraged. You know. What if the M, where one point is up and the other side is down? Hey, David. Good morning indeed, or good afternoon, or no, it's the evening here. Goodness. And at last, the line up as the H reverse can show up. It's very difficult for me to understand the written stuff sometimes. So if you do want to email a sketch to me or post it in the Discord.
Hello.
Hello.
I got your present.
My present.
I got your present.
Have I got a present?
You got flowers.
You got me flowers.
I got you 2 lots of flowers.
Oh, why?
Because I had to get you flowers.
Why have I got flowers?
Because someone told me to get you flowers.
Who?
I swear it was in the Discord or something.
Did they?
Yeah.
Who said that I had to? Why have I got 2 lots of
I
flowers?
don't know. I just couldn't decide, so I got white and pink.
Oh.
Mwah.
Oh, thank you. What?
What?
Okay.
Go
Excellent.
put them in a jar. In a, what's it called? Jug thing.
Yes.
Vase.
Please.
These vase.
Oh, I feel like I want to hold on to them now. I got flowers. Ta-da! It's part of the process, yes, to be given flowers. Your clients should bestow surprise flowers. Otherwise, they're terrible clients. Oh, Raquel says hi. I am Kaya. I'm completely bamboozled. She's bringing flowers. No way. Is that love? I think it might be. I think it might be. I'm just gonna throw the flowers then. Oh, can I throw this one at you? Do you reckon you could catch it from here? I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna throw it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, you got it. And another one. Good catch. Good catch. Oh, hang on. My headphones are falling apart, sort of. Oh, dear. Gets given flowers. 5 seconds later, throws flowers back. Yeah. Right. What are we doing?
I also bought bao buns.
Hmm?
I also bought bao buns.
Oh, very nice. Right. Can we do something like an M like this? I just got to check my iPad's still showing now. I'm paranoid. Is that an M? That is an M. Oh, actually, hang on. We got a little H. We got a little house in there as well, and kind of an H. And an M. Sort of. We could try and add some cuts in certain places. Where would we add them? Maybe one there. No, see that breaks the H. Maybe one there, one. No, that breaks the H. Hmm. Right here. It can get a little bit abstract sometimes. Maybe the idea again where we had them sort of inside each other was kind of good. Unless we do it the other way around. We have the H on the outside. This could be kind of cool. I think for the text, I already know what I'm going with. It's going to be like a modern sans serif font. Something really bold and chunky, I think. Maybe. I've got an image in my mind. It might be a serif, but I've got an image in my head of what I want. I think probably a chunky sans serif. What about just finding an idea? I love doing stuff like this. I like logos that are minimal but like are clever. You know when you look at a logo and go, "Oh, that's really clever." Those are the ones I like. H chimney. Chimney, no. M chimney. H, no. Gmail, yeah. Probably a little bit. So what about if we pencil in that? So we've got some stairs going up. Could we... That would connect it with an N, but so... That be an M? Could you get away with that? This is kind of like stairs, maybe. You know, this is your back wall. And then here you got your stairs. M, MH. What about if we trim away a bit here? No, too fragmented. H. Oh no, it's the Hodor music. Oh no.
Hold the door.
Oh, don't. I can't. It's just too much.
Hodor, Hodor, Hodor.
I tell you what, I'm not much of a crier, but flippin' heck, that hold the door scene. Oh, that came close. That was pulling on the old heartstrings. I can't tell if that's good or not. Have you tried appending the H to the right side of the M, just like adding the horizontal line and one vertical line? Let me just try and understand that. It's the right side. Yeah. Okay, so if we do an M. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like this, yeah. Just adding the horizontal line. Yeah, that's what you're saying. We could do, yeah. This would be more of a monogram because we're sort of combining those two letters. Yeah, it's just trying to combine them in a slightly more interesting way. Like I could pencil that, make it look clean. I could make it work. I kind of want to go a bit more. What about like sort of bridge it? I don't know. Trying to bridge. I don't know. Yeah, no. This design with stairs. Not too many stairs that it becomes too complicated. How are we going to make that work?
Rob put. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Did you say something?
Yeah. Rob put the H inside the M, but only on one side, splitting the M in half.
Splitting the M in half. Splitting. Right, hang on. I got to read these slowly. Put the H inside the M, but only on one side. Oh, right. Oh, hang on. Oh. Is this the sort of thing you meant? Very,
That's clever.
very structural. Yeah, see what you mean. And obviously that's one. I've kind of gone for like a more isometric thing, but yeah, I mean it's a bit more like an A at the minute. Unless we do something like this. We could connect it up on that right side. So you can still see the H. Actually, no, that works. I like it. Nice. I don't know if the stair idea is quite gonna work. Let's do an H made out of some stairs. I think I kind of want it to be in a square as well. That could be kind of cool. I like it, but it looks like a book.
I thought that.
I do like this kind of overlapping idea. You could make it very modern and minimal. It's just how are we getting it? How are we going to get a H in there as well? So we've got our M. You could say that's your H. Is that a bit rubbish? I don't know. Let's do something like this. So we got our M and then the H. I don't know if it's a bit of a stretch with the H. What about if we did that and then we kept that separate? That could work. So there's kind of a gap. And it's a, oh, hang on. What's it called when you, it's a logo that you can rotate around. It's not an ambigram, is it? Or something. It's got a name. I forget what the flipping name is. But you could rotate it round and it still looks exactly the same. And there's our M and there's our H. We could even try and take it a step further. Go. Just to reinforce the structural, architectural element a little bit more. I think that you might lose the M and the H a bit there. I'm seeing the book as well. Straight line across the bottom and combine the H into the M. Small letter could be as 2 steps. Oh, I see what you mean. So you got the shape of the H like that. So I suppose you kind of have what, a couple, if we did a minimal H, do a couple stairs there. No, that would be very, very minimal, wouldn't it? Leaning more into the H than the M. I mean, oh, hang on, that could be kind of cool. Very square, tiny house style. Like a box. I mean, actually, a diamond in the H. I mean, this looks really simple, but if you go back to the brief, modern architectural studio specializing in modular, space-efficient homes, microhomes, small-scale living, clever and beautiful, merging precision engineering with warm novel design. What if you did the lines on the top right as dashed lines? It would create the M shape and also give a blueprint feel. Ooh, I like it, Trevor. I like it. Okay, so I mean, this is disgustingly simple, but it could be an idea there, even if you angle some of it. It's just the dash line idea could be quite cool. Oh no, we did this before, didn't we? Yeah. Let's try it. Yeah. That could work, actually. It could be a really good way to separate the two letters if we needed to. Cool, lots of ideas here. Oh my goodness. Wow. Still do like this one. Are you using GPT-5 for ideas? Not for these ideas. These ones are coming from my brain and from you guys. This GPT-5 for the brief and all that stuff, yeah. Oh yeah, the video's just gone up on the channel.
Yeah. Willing us.
Thank you. Lower right has diamond shape. Extend the side for the H. What about? It's a bit. I mean, it's a lot more like a house actually. And then we've got a chimney. Ha! Come on, look at that. Could you get more perfect? Chimney. Got the roof. We got the H. We got the bedroom separation, different rooms. That is it. That is the one. I think that could be it. Might even if we connect that to the top, we've got our M and our H. We've got our house, box shape, modern, clean, clever. Represents the room, different rooms in the house. Yeah. Yeah, got a good feeling about that. And sometimes I get that. You know, you'll work on a concept and you'll go, "Yep, bang, that's the one." The execution, yeah, refined, but this is a direction that's definitely got potential. Just the way it encapsulates the letters, the house, and even the different rooms and the sort of modular aspect of it. Oh my god, the triumphant music just kicked in from Game of Thrones. Just as I got the idea. Do, do, dun, 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 dun. To victory! Oh dear. It just makes logo design so much more epic. God, Jesus. I feel like I want to lead some sort of war charge. Oh dear. Let's calm down, Dan. Oh, the timing just couldn't have been better. Make a letter and cut horizontally for negative space with the HSR. No, you got, yeah, it's just copyright music. It's Game of Thrones music. Yeah, like these little details here. This is all stuff that we can refine. Flat top chimney. Do you slope and match the angle? You know, probably flat top like that. Just so it's a little bit more typographically aligned with an M. And also a chimney would typically be flat. Well, a traditional chimney. So that is what I'm going to work on now. So we may as well actually jump into Illustrator. This is pretty straightforward. What I'd normally do is I would... in fact, actually, no, let's... Yeah, I'm going to screenshot what I've done in Procreate. And we'll... Oh, no. Just got rid of it. Where's the... God's sake. Why is it not... I'm trying to screenshot it. There we go. Sorry, I'm just being an idiot. We'll bring this into Illustrator. Usually I would do this because sometimes tracing over your sketches is going to be a bit easier. Right. Okay, we're done with the iPad now, so let's get rid of that. And then go in here, grab this, stick it there, and it should land on the MacBook Pro. So it can be a bit easier to trace over. So now we've got to switch over to Monsieur Pen d'Asplat. And we'll drop the opacity and lock it. Right. Let's get the tablet set up and working properly. Oh yeah, I've not even mentioned, if you're enjoying this and you want to learn how to do different types of logo design, or you want to learn Photoshop with me, I've got 2 different types of courses. The beginner to intermediate courses for Photoshop and Illustrator, and the advanced ones. The advanced ones will teach you the best of what I am able to teach with Illustrator and Photoshop. So they start at an advanced level and will go through to, you know, the best stuff I can teach, whether it's logos, photo manipulation, whatever. Right, let's move the mic because it's in the way. Okay, there we go. So yeah, the link at the top of the chat is the first Illustrator course, and that's a really good place to start if you're new or you want to get a solid understanding of the fundamentals. But the masterclasses are more people who have a good understanding and they want to just take it further. Right, well, this is going to be incredibly basic to create. So we could use the pen tool here, but we're not going to. We're going to use basic shapes. This is a technique that I demonstrated in some recent videos. I had a few people recently comment on those videos saying, like, oh, instead of using these shapes to create logo design, you should try image trace. Just kind of like, what? Shut up. No, do not use image trace for logo design, no matter what anyone tells you. Unless you're illustrating, like, you know, Janet's local cottage and she wants like a super detailed illustration or whatever, you could use live trace there, but even then, yeah, don't use that for logo design. And there we go. So we're doing this really nice and precise. What I would probably do is sketch more ideas typically if I had more time, but I am feeling very, very confident with this one. We could bump the weight as well. Ignore the weird crossover point here. We can fix that. Ooh, How do we... Yeah. We can find another way. So if you can't adjust the mitre to fix that corner, and let's say you don't want to round off the corners, I would normally do that because I love that style, but I feel like squarer edges are going to reinforce the whole architectural element. So for this, what we're going to do is we're going to need to connect the two top ones to create that point. So we're going to get rid of those verticals, move it back in, join those points to create that. And then here, we're going to find that central point. Sometimes when you do this, you'll connect it to a point and then it joins it up. If you don't want to join it up, this is a trick I use all the time. Just do this. Make a random piece with 2 points and then use the direct selection tool to move it into position. Now in this case, we probably will want to... Actually, no, we'll extend this further. And we'll snap it down there. So now we've not joined these pieces up, but we do have clean geometry here. And that's important because once you've got clean geometry and you're still working with strokes, never do this sort of stuff with a fill. Now we can change the weight. And this is something that I do a lot with logos. And even once you start adding the type and we pick a font and we add that in, you might think, oh yeah, I kind of need to chunk it up a bit. Or you might think, oh no, I want to lean it down. Having that flexibility is super important. And you want to be able to change the stroke weight without things buggering up and going all weird. So that's why getting everything lined up in this outline mode, Command or Control Y. To join Cal, the two shortcuts is Command or Control J. So if you go to Object, Path, Join. But yeah, you want your geometry in outline mode up here to be super precise, just because you're just going to get a better end result, you know. So that's why I'm always a big champion. If you're going for this sort of modern clean style, I'm always going to champion using basic shapes, lines, arcs, squares, and ellipses or circles, because you just get a better result than pen tooling everything. And then I've got to decide now if we're going to keep... Yeah, to reinforce the M, we're probably going to leave that off. And then maybe could go... Ooh, yeah. So this is what I was talking about. You want to play around with the weight. Maybe chunk it up there. That's quite a delicious weight. You've got to decide how far to take this part of the H up. We don't necessarily want to bring it up. We could. Yeah, that's maybe a pinch too much. We can kind of fine tune that because it's not really lining up to anything, so we don't have to worry too much. And then the H here, I suppose we could adjust the position of that. We could manually move this around to make this area here and this area feel a bit more balanced. So we'll do a couple of different versions. This is what I do. I just duplicate a copy out and keep adjusting. So we're kind of trying to optically balance the white space in the top and the bottom. Yeah, maybe just a pinch up. That looks pretty good. So then what I'm going to do now is just move this on a bit. And this one's come together actually quite well. Doesn't usually take this long. Like, honestly, some logos can take... They need more thought. There's a lot more time required. And I think, at least for me, when I'm working for a client, I want to make sure that they love the end result. And I love it as well. Everyone loves it. So I'll put a bit more pressure on myself to exhaust other ideas a bit more thoroughly, you know? Even if I kind of run with this one and I go ahead and mock this up and blah, 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 I'll then go back and just explore a few others. But typically when working on like a logo project, these days I will have all these other ideas, but I will present one idea. This is what I think the best one is. So rather than presenting too many different ideas and saying you pick, I'll present one, I'll break it down, explain the rationale in a presentation, and then if we need to refine it or take a step back and just, do you know what I mean? We can. There's revisions included to work with that. By the way, if anyone does want a logo, I'm available. Just gonna throw that as a shameless plug in there as well. But that's how I would typically work. Back in the day, I did used to send like, oh my goodness, I've got a client. Maybe I could show you one day where I sent like 8 different versions, and it was just you're just asking for trouble because you're sort of effectively by I think sending over so many versions, it's saying to the client, you pick, and then they get more involved in saying, can we take that bit of that one and move it around? And before you know it, they're not looking at you as the expert anymore, and they're making creative choices, and they don't know what they're doing, and you end up just, being puppeteered really. Whereas I think when you show maybe one or two or just a smaller selection of designs, I think, along with other things, you're showing that you're the expert, you do know what you're talking about. And there's a reason why I'm not sending you like a whole bunch of designs, because this is the one that I think is right for you, your brand, your business, and that fulfills the brief. And it's never a straight line as well. It's never a straight line. Like even when you get to the revision stage, sometimes the client will say, oh, could we see what this looks like? And you could then show them that versus your original design. Or you could say, it's not like you can't show them other ideas and just say, hey, I was exploring this idea. Maybe we got this one and this one. I'd love to get your thoughts. It's kind of just, do you know what I mean? Like an interim, like, I think having a good dialogue and an open sort of relationship with a client is really good. And I think to some level, it kind of, it depends on the client, but I think sometimes it's not, they like to feel involved. They like to feel involved. Of course, it is going to be their logo after all, but you're still kind of cementing yourself as the expert, if that makes sense. Logos, design, but they understand their business. So it's very much like a collaborative effort. No, exactly. Yeah. 25. If you're asking for trouble there. I think it is, honestly, Timwell, it's just totally personal. There's no, I don't believe in the, you should only send one or you should only send two or three or whatever. I think everyone's going to work differently. Everyone's going to include different amounts of revisions. Everyone's going to price differently. Yep, some you could say work more effectively than others. But I think the general takeaway is, and it depends who your client is as well. There's a big difference designing a logo for a huge corporation compared to a local business or a sandwich shop or a butcher's. But regardless of what you are happy doing and what you choose to do, the important thing, regardless across the board, is that you state your process up front. I cannot bark this from the rooftops enough. You need to state your process up front. So before you even agree to anything, start anything, this is how I work. I will provide 2 versions. This is how many revisions I provide. If you want more revisions, it's going to be X amount per whatever. So there is no question marks, no uncertainty. This is how you work. This is how you work. Okay, they are coming to you, and you are providing a service. This is your process. Like if you took your car into a garage, and a mechanic said, right, well, this is how we work. If you were to try and stand there and say, well, actually, to someone, a mechanic, let's say, who's working on your car, they probably look at you as if, like, are you crazy? Like, what? So I think, yeah, having clarity on your process and being able to communicate that up front so there's no uncertainty about anything, I think that's quite important. And at least then, if they're not happy with that, then you have that conversation up front before any kind of projects get started, money changes hands. Hey, Christopher from New Jersey. And it just avoids any, it just, any potential issues that could happen further down the line that I'm sure if you've done this before, you've experienced. I know I have. You just kind of squash them right at the beginning, before it becomes a thing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've done 3 before. And you might even get a client that like if a client came to me and we talked about this and they had a few ideas and things, I might even say to the client up front, for this particular project, you've got a couple of ideas in mind, 2 different directions you want to go. If you want, I can quote for doing 2 different directions and 2 different designs. Obviously, designing two logos and doing it well is going to take a lot longer than one. So I'm just going to build that in. It's not like everything has to be completely set in stone, Oh, amazing. Yeah, there's loads of Illustrator videos on the channel. We do these streams every week. Mostly Illustrator, a bit of Photoshop sometimes. Right, we got to pick fonts now. You dancing?
Yeah. Every week, but 2 days a week, baby.
Moduhaus. I might do it like this actually. To reinforce the M and the H. I don't know. I don't usually like that capitalization, but I feel like it needs to be here. Oh, that's all right, Nick. That's all right. You are welcome. Mm-hmm. Right. What font? I might look on Envato actually because just no particular reason. What do I want? Ooh, something like this. Correct. Yeah. Let's grab a few. Moduhaus. Just Sans. Have I got that already? I feel like I... Yeah, I do. Oh, is that a variable one? Oh, no, it's only the weight. But that is good. That is good. I just wish I had a bit more. Yeah, that's yeah, that's sort of what I want. We could customize the M to fit a bit more with the thing, but yes, Charles. If you want to watch these, this link will still be active. So if you want to watch this stream another time, just save the link. But what I do with all the streams is I unlist them from the main channel and I put them on Dansky Live. So it's a separate channel that is just live streams. So if you can tolerate my voice for 2-3 hours and you want to kind of just, see the full process or even just have it on in the background. I know some people do that, which is crazy to think people listen to me talk for 2 hours. Like I get so sick of my voice. But then I listen to other people talk, so it's sometimes a bit nice. But yeah, that's on Dansky Live. In fact, probably should even start streaming on Dansky Live at some point on that dedicated channel. Maybe we'll do that next week. We'll try it out. So yeah, just a heads up to if you want to. Yeah, in fact, I've been meaning to do that actually, to kind of try and sort of separate the live stuff a little bit. It makes it so much easier for me. So I will link the channel actually. So if you want to catch, you don't want to miss any live stuff, this is where it will be. Okay, where were we? Envato. So we got Grift. That's nice. Oh, I wish I could preview it. We could do it with fonts.adobe.com. So what we'll do is we'll go browse all. We'll type in the text. Is it Modu? That was it, wasn't it? Moduhaus. Make it a bit bigger. Sans serif. I don't know why I can't multi-select here and filter out. That's really silly. That should be. It should be the standard. I kind of think in chunky. We're going to go for a list view as well because it can't fit it in. Oh yeah, I love this one here. This is beautiful with the crosses and the boxes. Contrast. Yeah, not quite that, but that is sort of somewhere. You okay? You alright out there? Yeah. Ooh, it's got some nice characters. Ooh. Modern, do I want... Yes, maybe let's get rid of that one. Inclusive sans. Oh, bloody inclusive sans. Oh, we're not even signed in. Okay, all right, bear with. Oh, and now I'm throwing my stylus on the floor. Right, how do I merge these two together now? Any Chrome users know how I can merge the tabs together? No, that's not what I want. Oh. Cute. Oh, what was it? Inclusive sans. Where you gone? Oh, we got it. Okay, that's fine. We'll go back to browse. Racing Sans 1. No, come on, Dan. Not there. Is that Envato? Sans serif. Bold. Brush tones. It's good. Good Halloween font. Moduhaus. That's interesting. Interesting M. I want it to be sharp edged like the logo mark itself. That's what I want. 8 fonts, that's good. New list sans. New list nui? Or noi? I never know how you say it. Oh, this is actually... Oh, hang on. This is kind of like a little bit of a set with a few different variants. So we're going to go add all of these because I'm a greedy bastard. Give me all those tasty fonts. But there's 3. There's a more cursive one. And... yeah. I wonder if there's any more. Let's have a look. No, I think that's probably the one I want. I want that one. Let's just have a look at it. Inclusive sounds is good. We'll put that there. And then what was it? Something. Oh, that's nice. What font's that? Ooh, that is nice with the double story A. What was the one I just installed? What was it? Oh, for goodness sake, Dan. What are you doing, you bloody numpty? Not Nulis. Noilis? Oh, is it not installed? Yeah, where is it? Okay. Let's just quit Illustrator and reboot it, just in case. Mooly extra bold. Oh, it's not actually added them. That's really unfortunate. Okay, let's go in and add them. Yes. Let's try again. There we go. Okay, so it's definitely a bolder font. I might bump the tracking down as well, just to bring the letters a bit closer together. We don't want anything to like collide into each other, but have I spelt it right as well? Is it definitely Moduhaus? Moduhaus, yeah. Let's just try something a sec. Just going to try playing around with negative space and see how this looks. Yeah, it looks a bit weird. Moduhaus. Yeah, that's a much better H, I think, than the other one. Oh, it's tricky. This one is quite good. I like the way the M is a bit different as well, and it kind of touches the baseline, and that is... I think I like that. And with this, you can go in sometimes and customize letters. I don't know if I'll do it here, actually. Sometimes taking an existing font that's been, you know, typeset correctly and everything by a professional typographer, you can go in and just customize a few elements and make it completely unique. What idea? I want to... What, did you do an idea, Racco? Oh, I like that, Safety. Yeah, I see what you're going for. You're going the H and the M stacked up. Yeah, this is nice. Let's go -25. And sizing. So this is the part where we can go back and we can adjust things. So we could make this thinner if we wanted. It depends how you want to do it. You can try and match the weight of the type in the logo mark, or you can create some contrast, have one lighter than the other. So you can see here, completely changing that weight, it gives everything a slightly different flavor. And we could even just add a... We could even just add a flat bit here that this isn't anything, but it is separate to the M and the H. So, you know, just adding like another structural element. I do quite like that, actually. Surface or no surface? Well, you could add it down there. Well, I do like that. And rather than guess the spacing, I'm just going to... I do this a lot as well. I'm just going to use the same width as all the other lines. Because why not? Why eyeball it when you've got, you know, the entire logo is a monoline style logo. So you may as well just use that same width in other places. Bring you down a pinch. It does get a bit tricky when we're trying to line this up now. So do we line what we're going to line up to? We're going to line up the M to this corner here. We want it to feel balanced and central. We might need to make the mark smaller. I don't know. It's tricky. So we'll do a few versions. For the spacing here between the mark and the type, instead of just guessing it, what you can do is take... This is just one thing you can do. Is you can take the width of one of your characters. So if we just grab... This is a lot of characters. You can see they're around about this way, this width. And we can just use that as a rough kind of guide to determine the spacing. Now, you don't have to. Take it with a grain of salt, but that is one technique. If you're not sure and you're just guessing, that is one technique that you can use. So we've got the one with the floor. And we'll get rid of the floor. It's tricky. It's tricky knowing what to line this up to. Do we do like a flatter version? Like that. I think I might keep it more pointy. But as you can see, all ideas that are worth exploring. That keeps it more recognizable as a house, I think. Yeah, I mean, that is still something we could do. I mean, yeah. Someone just said, not going to lie, for me, it looks like an NA or an RA. So let's go in another direction. Let's actually just bring that down and reinforce it. What we're lining up to here. Yeah. And then we'll move this down. Maybe a bit. So this still sits here like an H. So you still kind of have, in fact, I think I actually prefer that. You have the, we don't really have the M element though. Unless we're able to do something like this. So with this, we probably would end up with a few different variants of it. Yeah, there's no M at the minute. It's an N. It's a little bit of a problem. I mean, actually, this is kind of like another idea. This is what I meant earlier about normally I would spend a bit longer fleshing out the correct idea, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Andrea. I was thinking the same thing. I wasn't gonna say anything. I thought I'd see if anyone else said it. It was gonna be either you or Raquel, and don't even. Obviously, we definitely do not want to do that. That is gonna be highly sus and inappropriate. I was thinking to myself, it definitely looks sus. If someone else says it, we'll see if anyone says it.
I mean, it's a bit noisy.
Oh dear. I don't mind it like that. Completely separated. Oh, I love this. Why can't we? Can we change the name to Moduhaus? There's got to be a way to make something like this work. How can we do that? Yeah, this. I mean, this something like this could work. Maybe we do this, and then we've still got the N coming down. Again, this gap, I'm not going to just guess it. I'm going to use the same weight. So what is that? 3 points? So you get your M and your H back in there. A bit sus, yeah. I think when Andrea, Kea, and Raquel all echo the same sentiment, it's it's a good indicator. Alright. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Just before we charge too far ahead, I just want to play around with some other ideas that are kind of very similar. So we'll squish that down. Oh, for God's sake. That's less sus. That's not as sus. That's yeah. No, that's worse. Maybe we're the problem. Maybe it is actually perfectly fine. Maybe we're the problem.
Maybe you're the problem.
Maybe I'm the problem. Yeah. Maybe Andrea's the problem. Ooh, okay. I like what you've done with the M and the H. It's a little bit different. Font oblong OT. That does look cool though. I like the way the M, you've got the kind of effectively the serifs, that slab serif style, and the M and the H connect. That is cool. This one here. I mean, oh, there's so many different ways you could go with it. We could do something like this. And then take these 2 points up. It's not, it's not quite evoking the same architectural modern house feel. That is a bit more. I think this just... it just feels like it... Oh, hello. It covers it off a bit more. Well, no, there's a couple of them. Do I like that one? Or do I prefer the original, actually? You know. Because you got your M in there. It's not sus. You got your H. I don't know. Maybe that one. Could a small H be a garage? Maybe I'm dreaming big here. Small H be a garage. I mean, you could do. I don't think a tiny house would typically come with a garage, but I don't see why you couldn't get one built on. So let me grab my stylus again. So yeah, what you're saying is you've got your M, and then you'd have your H as your garage bolted on the side. Yeah, I don't see why not. Sloping garage? I mean, and then you got the chimney on the side there. I mean, I don't know. It looks, yeah. It definitely looks interesting. What about if we took this one being the garage a bit lower, but then brought this one up as the chimney a bit more. So this kind of stands out more as a lowercase h. How would that look? Definitely makes the lining easier. Ooh. Tiny houses, big garages. How do we... Yeah. What do you prefer, the top or the bottom? If I just bring these a bit closer. It's tricky as well because we know what it is because we've been working on it. So it's kind of when you show it to someone who hasn't seen it or is maybe the target audience, you know, they might perceive it differently. Really? Okay, so what? Okay, so what is it about the top one then? Just out of interest. More contemporary. Adobe Illustrator. Neither. You don't like either of them, Kaya. I like the top one because of the shape, but the bottom one fits the brief better. What is the brief? Modular. Spaces that can evolve. Clean lines of human warmth. Future focused construction. Should reflect being modular building blocks or interlocking volumes. Okay. Clever negative space encouraged. No. Minimalist, yep. Should work at very small sizes. Okay. I think they both kind of covered that. Tone, modern, precise, calm, intelligent, practical with a hint of warmth. Yeah, that's all. That's all fine. Ooh. Yeah. I mean, I think they both, to some level, cover off the modular element. Brief is dismissed. Yeah. Encouraged. I'll take your encouraging suggestion under advisement. So I'm going to put such a going on. I feel it's a more clever idea. Very close. What? So do you think go back and iterate on these? Or go back even further? That was another idea from before. Moduhaus. So we could use a square. Copy, paste, rotate. You get mid. The bit in the middle. Back to the table. Oh, what the one with the flattened H, like a table version. So we get rid of you. What are we doing here, Dan? One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Just trying to match all the angles up and everything. So if we join those and join those, we get that sort of shape. Join them, join. Oops. If we're going to give this idea a go, let's execute it properly. Let's duplicate that over because we're going to need to make some cuts. Let's just see how it looks. We can clean that up in a minute if it's... oh, wait, no, hang on. It would be... Yeah, the cut would be there. So it'd be kind of like that, but obviously a bit cleaner. Like an M and an H. A modular butterfly company. Yeah, there's no Discord link in the description. Where is it? Yeah, here you go. Oh yeah, this was another one that was kind of cool. Could try that as well, actually. Let's grab the structure of what we've got here. Get rid of this. And we will flatten these bits here. Take them up. That's the H, and then we've got the M in the middle. We'll need to make that a bit smaller. And rather than have spiky tops, we're going to flatten the M, I think. And we'll come... Ooh, we could actually try and mimic that other M that was really cool. So we'll do this. Flip it. And then bring it up. So many different ways you can go with this. And then we're going to try and make these spaces around here look a bit more parallel. So the widths are consistent. And we could adjust this. So we could do something like this actually, and then use that other font that had that M that I've now forgotten what it was, but I'll find it again. And we could balance it, lean into the symmetry more and have the H. And if we wanted to square it off a bit more, just pull it down. Or we could do a very flattened version. This is cool. So you really can experiment. Yeah, so we could adjust that. I'm not loving it as much as these ones, the house one. I'm honestly liking that a lot more. But let's just chuck it in. Chuck it in the mix. And we'll copy the same weight. See how it looks. It does make lining this up a lot easier because we've got a straight square edge. We can eyeball the spacing. So yeah, there's a lot of ideas that could work. Professor Utonia, oh my god, Powerpuff Girls. That's going back a few years. Utonium.
Love the Powerpuff.
Oh yeah, is that his name? I forgot that. That chin though. That's so funny. Oh yeah, I can kind of see it in the hair. There's the M. I mean, one thing we haven't tried that might be a bit too much, but is to offset this. And we'll just try. This might not work. Might look awful, but we'll try it. Remember, just create a separate piece and then drag it into position. Could even use some color there. It's kind of got like an almost optical illusion element to it. How did you do the offset? Sorry, yeah. So what I did, this is a perfect technique to get parallel lines. Like you don't want to be doing this and trying to eyeball it. Never, 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 never. Select your existing lines. I'm going to make a note here of the stroke weight, 3 pixels point. It's the same thing in Illustrator, the way this behaves. And go to object path, offset path. So you can see here, you type in 3 point and it will offset by 3, but because we're already using a value of 3, it just doesn't do much really. You want to double the value. So if my stroke is 3, I'm going to type in 6 pixels or 6 point, whatever. And you can see it creates a new bunch of shapes, but they have that offset. So if I just slide this one back in position, you can see here my original shape. There's the 3 pixel gap. And then this is your what a 6-pixel offset looks like. So you can adjust the value and see what sort of offset distance you'd like. But if you've got a line and you want a gap that is the same weight as that line, just double your value. 2-point stroke, 4-point offset. 5-point stroke, 10-point offset. And you end up with this. Which I kind of like, actually. But I think there's a better way that I can combine the lettering to reinforce the H a bit more. So I'm using the shape border tool here. What I'm going to do, this is going to be chimney. Oh, how do I feel about that? Actually, no. No, get rid of that. This there. This going up here. Yeah. And then the H. So this design would have a lowercase h. So we could, we might be, with the double width, we might be able to get this in really cleverly, actually. So we'll do that there. We'll zigzag down here for the H. But then we've still got the outer part coming down for the M. What about this? Do we have to... It's very complex. It's probably quite hard to see the H and the M in there. I mean, we could use color to separate it. We don't want to rely on that too heavily, but what if we were to have some elements with color? So we're just gonna no. That's fine. We could always try it again. I'm just going to try a few different versions here. Extend these out. Yeah, it does look confusing and cool, but maybe it will work if we get the cuts in the right place. So I'm just going to try and exhaust this idea fully. So what would we do? How are we gonna do this? Are we going there and then yeah, so we're reinforcing the H and we're reinforcing the M, connecting over the top. That's probably the best way I'm going to do it, because you still then got a little bit of the vertical side of the M. Then again, we could use different weights to pull out the different characters. So we could have This would get a bit complicated to set up, but we could have the outer letters of the outer lines of the letters are thicker weight, and then the others are thinner weight. So these inner lines here could be thinner. Same for these. That would reinforce the shapes of the letters. So I'd have to... Oh yeah, this gets very complicated. So you have to leave the outside untouched. I gotta try it because it might look good. So we're gonna have one version here that is gonna be 1.5, so half the weight. Then we've got to delete those same lines from the design and then nudge this back in. And then the same with this bit as well. So we're going to nudge all this out, delete the outer lines, leaving just that, 1.5. And then we can go back in, delete them from here. Nudge you back in. And then you can eyedropper tool the same shapes to get the stroke weight. This one here is a bit harder. This one is a bit harder. How are we going to do this? Let's copy and move you out. We're going to have to cut, paste back in, set the size to 1.5, and figure out how to get this not looking weird. So we're going to have to manually pull this into position. This one does get a bit fiddly. We can always line that up after. Same down here. We've got to manually pull it into position. Don't worry about getting it perfect right now, like, because we might not even go ahead with this, so we don't want to waste all this time doing it. So that should, in theory, work. So let's just try nudging this back in. Yeah, so there we go. We're pulling out our letters a little bit more. It's not perfect, but it makes it easier to identify them. And then this bit here, we just have to manually adjust that. So what I would do is I would extend that down on the same angle and then just use a white box for now. Over that. Just so I can kind of get a look at how it actually works. And then we could pop it over here, add the text with it, and then we get to see it. And before we go and commit a ton of time to it. So I don't know. I'm not sure if that is the one. It does look a bit overcomplicated. But then we do another version that strips out those inner lines. Just why not? And then we can bring the scale down a bit, maybe drop the weight down. And then I think here, maybe we'll take this one higher, we'll go across, and then we'll connect it. just so it's all kind of operating at the same width. That does look better. I think that's like, that works, and it's clear. This is just too fussy, too detailed. It's great and illustrative, but it ain't right at all. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is a little bit like a very, very. Well, this one here more so. Yes, it is very much like a Celtic knot in that sort of style. This is a more simplified version. So yeah. So okay, a few people were saying better. Yeah. So this one, I would look at that and go, a small size. It's too much detail. It's too fussy. Makes it harder to see. Whereas this, you know, it's clean, modern. We've still got the house shape with the chimney. We do have the M and the H in there. Sort of the M and the H. It's a bit more of an N, but again, we could still work on this and add breaks in different places. And it has like a really nice sort of depth to it as well. Almost like part of it runs behind. Yeah, no, I'm not getting the M. So one way that you could do it, whether it works and looks good or not, I don't know, is do something like this. So actually now the M is there, but so is the H. But yeah, I'm not sure. Because that's the thing. If we are going to connect these fully, so we're just literally connecting an M and an H, then you're going to lose the depth that certain bits are running behind. And just to try it out, actually, if I were to do this, let's just try something to kind of see. I'm just penciling this, really, just for speed. Don't laugh. Yeah, so what letter's that? Does that look like an M? If I add this. Or, what about if I get rid of that? And go across there. So there's our M. What about this bit? Yeah, and you sort of lose the interlocking depth element. Make the M look like two houses. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Let's try it. So if we just let's yeah, so like kind of like this, yeah. Right, let's just line this up properly. So that was unacceptable, Dan. So yeah. Move that over there. Get rid of the stray. Keep that so they are separate as two different houses. And then use this to build the H. I'm not sure. Maybe down here. And then across. And then some little bits here. I mean, the good thing is we've got lots of ideas. Lots of ideas. But yeah, I think Kaya's right. There is one idea out there that's just going to be a cut above the rest. I still really like the first one, if I'm honest. I really do like that. How are we doing this, Dan? No, I think I'm getting lost down the rabbit hole of. I don't think there's. Oh, I don't know. Something about this one that's not. Unless. This is the double chimney. Just change the name. Yeah. I mean, this does show, affordable living accommodation, more than one house, which was, I mean, that, yeah, could actually look pretty good. Just trying to figure out how to get the H in there. How am I going to get the H? Or do I have to... Oh, what about if I do this? And then maybe now I can make the H. Like that. And that. It's not too far off, is it? And then maybe... I got an idea. I got an idea. If we were to go with a lowercase h, we'll bring that down there. Like this. We'll extend this one down. So a lowercase h would look like this. So we're just kind of making the lines overlap and then we're shape building them away. It's not the cleanest way of doing it, but at least once we've got the idea, even if we've got to recreate it, it's fine. It's really not too much of a problem. Yeah, you can see the shape builder tool does double up line work sometimes, which is irritating because it will cause problems and you'll be like, what is happening? There we go. Is that an M and an H? Let's just clean up. Oh, yeah, you can see you got these double paths here, which are just, unfortunately, very annoying. If we zoom in, you see they're not quite lined up. This is where you get the double paths occurring. Just going to try and very carefully do this because it can get real messy. With all these duplicate paths everywhere. Right, there's a pretty clean execution. Let's move that over there, make it smaller. I mean, we could even flip that around. Expand it all. Combine it and then delete that and leave us with the lettering, but a slightly different version. I'm not sure about that, but maybe, I don't know. It's another version. Oh. So this is slightly different. It's kind of got multiple houses. But then it's always worth going back to this one here that links the M and the H. That's still my favorite. That is just because it has the modular element, you know. Big box, little. Got the chimney, got the house, got the M, got the H. Whether it's finished and this is the right execution and font and weight, I don't know, but there's something about this one that I just really, really like. Delete the tiny square. Which one are we looking at? In the last draft. Oh no. This one here, I think there might be a delay in the stream by a few seconds. This one? Square in the middle. This square? Timon's like screaming at the screen. This one? Oh. This one. We got there. I see what you mean. Yeah, so you've kind of got the M and the H. Now it's like a bed. Yeah, it doubles up as a bed as well, which actually could be pretty good because we're talking about houses, living. So we've got two houses and a bed, and we've got an H, and we've got an M. Yeah, I think the good thing about this as well, actually, I didn't really think about this before, was that having multiple houses is probably quite good because they're about building, what was it? Affordable, small scale living, both clever and beautiful. Space efficient micro homes. There was something else as well. Affordable, young professionals seeking affordable modular homes. So I don't know, kind of actually looking at this and going back through the brief, I think having, if we, we've got multiple houses in it, multiple houses, I feel like actually that is even more relevant than just maybe just one. Do you know what I mean? So this is a solid fill now. So what I will do is I'll just recreate this with lines just so I can kind of edit the weight and stuff. I mean, in fact, it might double up as a bed as well. It's just kind of a bit of a, bonus. It looks like a dog on a bed. What? Oh no, I'm not seeing dog, but I'm seeing camel. No, I'm not. I'll tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a turtle. So there's your... Oh, for God's sake, Illustrator. There's your bed. And then there is your turtle. But then again, it's one of those things. If you ask someone to look at, it's like saying to 20 different people, look at the clouds. What do you see? Do you know what I mean? Everyone's going to see something different. And obviously, we're looking at it and analyzing it in a lot of depth. It's like the old bit of feedback, the old bit of design feedback that this is something that I really... Oh no, we've done that again. It's all right, don't worry, it's temporary. It won't be there for long. The bit of design feedback that I absolutely used to hate was any sentence that started with, "It reminds me of." Yeah. And you maybe you've used this. I know I've probably done it before as well, but it reminds me of. I used to hate that line because I'm always thinking about the project or the end user or whatever. And it was... Oh, it was just like... I don't know. It was always like, look, Karen, I don't care what it reminds you of. Does it fulfill the brief? Is it right for the target audience? Oh yeah, it used to remind me of when I used to go and get an ice cream. I used to like that. That was fun. I don't care. Like, is it suitable for the brief? Because if you ask, like, again, 20 people what it reminds them of, everyone's going to say something different. Yeah. Because everyone is going to have a very personal, subjective thing, but that doesn't necessarily mean that because it reminds them of something that is completely personal to them, that is like remotely relevant at all. So I don't know. That's just always been one of those things that's driven me a wee bit insane. Yeah, it's almost like, and it's very difficult sometimes because people want to input their personal feelings, and so you have to, and some people just refuse to let you do it, and it's really annoying. But bring it back to the brief. Thanks for the feedback, Jeff. I'm glad it reminds you of your favorite socks when you were a child at Christmas. That heartwarming stuff. If we could just stick to the brief. Does it fulfill X, Y, Z? Like, does it actually fulfill the job that it needs to do? It reminds me of Dansky. Great. That's fine. That is acceptable. I think that's why as well, yeah, Christopher. In those conversations, it's the tactic that I learned from Chris Doe years ago. Embrace and pivot. Honestly, forget just design, life in general. If you're in like a debate or an argument with someone, embrace and pivot is so useful because you embrace what they're saying so they feel validated and heard, but then you pivot. Oh yeah, no, that's nice. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I can kind of see that as well. But, and then you pivot to, like, shut up. It doesn't relate to the brief. Don't tell your client to shut up. But yeah, just steer it back to the brief. So it's like, yeah, cool. I hear what you're saying, but we're going to steer it back. So do you think that it does X, Y, and Z? And just redirect them back to why we're doing this in the first place. You know, that's why it's good in the brief or in the questionnaire when the client answers the questions up front. You've got those things that will formulate the brief. But that is like that's what I'm designing to. Yeah, and you could even very tactfully have that conversation and say, yeah, no, I totally see what you're saying. You know, I can see this as well, blah blah blah. But just bringing it back to the objectives in the brief. How do you think? Do you feel that it does X, Y, and Z? So we're just kind of redirecting them back to, you know, the brief. And effectively, if they've answered the questions, and if you've asked the right questions and they've answered the questions, then effectively this is what they're asking for. So it's not like you've come up with this, you're redirecting them back to what they've actually asked for in the first place. Right, so this is cool. We've got like an editable version now, so I can... Oh no, I'm going to need a line. Right, I'm also going to need to get some dinner soon. What are you having for dinner, Pops?
I got some bao buns and some teriyaki pork.
Oh, bao buns! You are naughty girl.
Bao bun.
Bao buns.
Bao bun. Have you seen my bao bun?
I like bao bun. I wonder if we could squish this. I wonder if we could squish this down. Do I like it stretched? I don't know. I think we've reached that point in the stream now. Yeah, the cat starts meowing. One of the kids is going to burst through the door, and I'm going to suddenly let all of my other personalities come out and start running wild. Designing emojis. That would be funny. Yes, that's a good way of putting it. We're at the insanity part of the process. So we don't mention this to our clients, you know. So we're going to go through the questionnaire. We're going to start word mapping. I'm going to put together a presentation. You'll give me feedback. I'll briefly go insane, have a bit of a breakdown, take a week off, come back. Then we'll continue the project. That's my my design process. Does that sound great? Yeah, good. Fantastic. Yeah, this could be quite good actually. I think weight-wise we're not too far away as well. Oh, this has been a really good session. A really good session.
A really good session.
It's been a very good session. I've had a fantastic time, and hopefully you have as well.
Jolly good show.
Jolly good. Very good, sir. Just go super posh. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us on today's live stream. I hope you found something useful. And hopefully we'll see you again next time. I don't even know what day it is. What is it, Friday? Friday. This does make it tricky to align to, because we've got this slope and this flat bit here. So that is slightly annoying. Unless we did some crazy M. Whoa. No, calm down. Stacked version's pretty straightforward. Stacked version, yeah, because I think we just do these, and because it's like quite a wide logo, it should. Who does that song? The Never Gonna Dance Again. Yeah, that one. Is that George Michael?
Maybe.
It's one of those.
Yeah, George Michael. Young, sexy George Michael. Good looking.
Just gonna ignore her. Yeah. Yeah, so it works stacked, I think. I mean, we could play around with that. You could make it bigger and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't have to line up. I mean, arguably the logo's a bit overpowering then, but even if we just drop it down there, it sits very nicely. But yeah, we can experiment with different weights. I'll flip it around as well and do a chunky logo mark and a slightly lighter weight text. Cheese segment. Ooh, oh, yeah, boy. That's much better. I'm going to chunk it up. Chunk it up, chunk it up. Oh my goodness, that was an almighty yawn. I'm going to half this to 3. I'm just going to make those gaps, yeah, a little bit tighter. You okay, Pops? No, no, no. Poppy is actually going insane behind me. I don't mind. If you see a bed, that is absolutely fine. Because this is about living warmth and comfort and all those other lovely words that are in the brief. So if we get a bed in there as well, we get houses, we get beds. Well, that's just bloody great. I'd call that a win. Yeah, so thicker weight on the mark and then slightly a thicker weight. And yeah, a lighter weight on the text. I really like that. That might be a bit too light. Seems like cocaine to me. What? What? What?
What? No.
Question for you. When typing and going on to the next line, why do the 2 lines of text never align perfectly to the left? When typing on the next line, it depends what font you're using. If I type, I don't know, manly mascara, you're going to get perfect alignment because you got the 2 M's, they stack. If I type an A in there, it doesn't look aligned, and sometimes you'll have to kind of optically adjust. So let's try and pick some weird. Yeah, look, like the W. Like it doesn't line up technically. But if you were to do this, I don't know what mascara is, but if we were to push this out, you can try pushing things manually and shifting around and stuff. But it depends what it's for. If it's for a logo, you might want to go in and finesse the lettering. If it's just for paragraphs of text, I wouldn't worry about it. Mark's like, bro, you should be playing Battlefield 6. Yeah, what the hell am I doing? Wait a second. Why are we still doing all this logo rubbish? These games ain't going to play themselves. I got too many. Is that helpful, Cal? Mate, I got too many. I started a game. Has anyone played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2? It's like a medieval game. Oh my god, it's so good, in-depth, complicated, amazing. No, it's fine. All questions are valid.
I'm going crazy.
Yes, I know. Yeah, so this is the progression. I mean, this is there's some really good ideas here. These letters kind of did work out pretty nice. Like, we didn't even explore these. We'll ignore this concept here because that is a bit sus. But yeah, we got this other one here, the M and the H, the accommodation. We could still explore that. Actually, it's kind of similar. Maybe just add a line down the middle to separate them, so you got the two houses element. What are you doing? You're just laughing at yourself.
But is the person behind you okay?
No, she's not. She's a little bit loopy in the head. Where's the cat today? Normally we get to this point in the stream and the cat starts meowing. It's a bit of a bloody circus here, isn't it? Just at 8, so we're going to go and select the pencil tool. Meow. What's that, Crumble? Oh, what should we have for dinner? Oh, cheese segment. That here is the most sexy cheese in the world. There is a cat. It is a bit of a circus, really, isn't it? And then the kids come in. Oh, this one's quite nice as well. This is... There is something about this as well. The two different houses, multiple houses. Oh, for goodness sake. I honestly don't know which one. Oh no. I feel like she's wearing something. What are you, you've put one of the masks on, haven't you? I can tell. Oh. Oh. No, you got to turn to the side. You can't. If you come into the light a little bit and stand sideways,
Can't see anything.
That's it. Get your head down like this.
Oh!
Just go with it. Go with it, and turn to the side. There we go. We'll be Andrew. Stay still. Andrew's going to screenshot it, and we'll make you into a GIF. There we go. We'll make you into one of the stickers.
Oh!
I saw a hole there. I was like, I want to poke something. Actually, there is a stylus-sized hole right where your ear is. bloody madhouse, isn't it? Ah! Ah! Oh God! It smells of like whatever it's made of.
Latex.
Hang on. Can I? Let's see if I can work like this. So, ooh, hang on. Can you imagine if someone's joined right now? We'll just act totally normal. So we've got a couple of designs up here. And then we've got this one over here. Let's grab this. So we're just going to put all of the... Oh my God, I'm running out of air. Oh no, I can't see my keyboard. Hey, there we go. We're going to just pop these together. I think all of these symbols could work. Oh, my glasses are fogging up. I can't. What's happening? This is awful. Do you know, I think for Halloween, I'm just going to stick with the jingly things if we've still got them.
What jingly things? What jingly things?
My little jingly pumpkins that I had before.
Oh, yeah.
Roo, can you just shut up? Oh, for God's sake, shut up! I got the two cats meowing and Poppy meowing. I cannot work under these conditions! That's what you get. She's walked into the studio like... Can you imagine if you knocked that down? It like came crashing down. Oh dear.
Oh,
Right, which one do you think out of those? I think they're all actually. This has been a really good session.
can you take that one?
I think big factor.
Oh. What is it?
M&H. So here's the bit more context. You got the Moduhaus text,
It's like a bed.
but for the I mean, it doubles up as a bed, but it's also affordable housing, comfort.
Oh, okay.
This one here is an M and
That
an
one
H
looks
together.
like a house.
This one here is an M and H, but with a house with a garage or something. I'm feeling. Oh, I'm still going to go for the middle one. I think feels more modular. You should do more masked streams. Thanks, Raquel. I'll try not to take offense to that. Cover your face. Hey, Dan, have you tried a plastic bag? Paper bag, that's what I meant, not a plastic bag. That's incredibly dangerous.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag?
Plastic
Drifting
bag.
through the wind.
Oh, face war. It's kind of a donut. Look here, it's a blooming donut. You prefer the bed one?
Oh, good.
Oh, crumbs. I'm gonna get scratched.
That's fine.
You right up there, Roo? No, he's gonna. You're just trying to cause trouble now. Go on, you shoo away.
Okay.
He's looking at me like, what's happening? He's looking at me like, Dan, you're such a twat. Oh, and you. Big moody boy. Okay, right. Well, yeah, this is really fun, actually. Thank you so much for joining. I think we'll leave that there. We've got some good ideas. At this point in the process, I probably would try and take a break, because just to come back to it, even after a bit of lunch or, tomorrow, whatever, with some fresh eyes, you might see it a little bit differently. Explore some more fonts, maybe some different fonts, maybe something with a serif or slightly cursive font. There were some variations on this that I actually want to play around with as well. That could be quite cool.
Time for the cheese.
Moduhaus. A tiny house company. But yeah, so there's a link at the top of the stream to my beginner to intermediate Illustrator course. We've got the masterclass as well on dansky.com, which is intermediate to advanced. And if you want to learn Photoshop with me as well, and basically just get support whenever you need it, then I will be one message away all the time, because I live on my computer. So yeah,
True.
it is true. I'm lurking in the Discord most of the time, aren't I, Crumble? You're so yum.
We can hear the boys laughing.
What are they laughing at?
I don't know.
They're giggling at us.
Maybe.
Oh, it's been fun. This is a good stream. Cool. Right. Let's get some dinner. So yeah, have an amazing weekend, you lovely bunch, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.